Hello, I'm Anjuli Velazquez, and welcome to another movie review on AnjuliTV. This time I am talking about Friends with Benefits.
Never done this before?
This is the LAPD.
I told you!
Get down now.
Get down! I have a fear of heights. Why would you come up here? You called me a pussy!
So, like my last movie review, spoiler alert warning. Just in case anyone's actually worried about it. This is a comedy, even has romantic comedy qualities, so you probably already know how it's going to end, but just so you know, there will be spoilers. So, Friends with Benefits stars Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis. And at the beginning we see JT's character Dylan meeting up with his girlfriend at a John Mayer concert that he's late to, and we see Mila's character Jamie is meeting up with her boyfriend to see Pretty Woman in the theaters. And they both end up getting dumped by their significant others, the parts that we have seen in the previews.
We should chill for a while.
I think we should take a break.
You're breaking up with me?
It's not you.
Of course it's me.
It's me.
I don't like you anymore. You said that I was your soulmate.
I did? When?
When we were at that bed and breakfast having sex.
You know, that doesn't
That doesn't what?
count.
And then we see that Jamie is a headhunter, and she's recruited Dylan to come out to New York and see if he'd be interested in a job at GQ. She picks him up from the airport, and their friendship begins. Then they're hanging out one night watching a romantic comedy and are complaining about relationships to each other and decide to sleep together. Also the part you've seen in the preview. But then it gets a little different than what you'd expect. Well, maybe, at least for me it did. I went into this movie knowing I was going to like it because I like the storyline and I love these actors, but I really enjoyed this movie. It was incredibly funny. This movie was just great. I love Jamie and I thought I saw a lot of myself in her character. She's never had a relationship really work out because she wants this Prince Charming type of guy that we see in romantic comedies, so guys tend to feel inadequate to compete with that.
Of true love. Shut up, Katherine Heigl, you stupid liar!
And they call her emotionally damaged. Dylan is just a guy I'd completely fall in love with. I mean, how could you not? It's Justin Timberlake. And he's so funny and actually caring. And I gotta say, my favorite scene was him rapping and dancing to Crisscross in his robe.
I can't believe you still like them.
I didn't like these guys. I don't even remember. Don't try to compare us to another bad little fat. I'm the Mac and I'm bad. Give you something that you never had.
I didn't really want to do the thing where I compare this movie to No Strings Attached, but I kind of have to, so here it is. Last year, like November maybe, I saw the preview for Friends with Benefits and was super psyched because I love Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis, and this movie just looked funny. Then I saw a preview for No Strings Attached, and I was like, really? This is just like Friends with Benefits. But doesn't look as good. And then No Strings Attached came out in January, and I knew Friends with Benefits was going to come out to this summer. That was annoying because they have similar stories, and people are just going to be comparing the two, and since No Strings Attached came out first, people are going to say Friends with Benefits copied them. I did go see No Strings Attached because I do like my romantic comedies, and I love Natalie Portman. It was enjoyable and funny. I like Ashton Kutcher, but he's not really leading man material to me. I loved him as Kelso, and I kind of think that's more his thing, to be the main guy's best friend or something. I don't really care too much about whether or not he gets the girl. I am, however, in love with Justin Timberlake, and I do think he is the leading man and is perfect for a romantic comedy guy. Because you instantly fall in love with him, and you do want him to get the girl. Also, I love Jackie, Jackie and Kelso from that 70s show. And I love the idea of seeing Mila Kunis in this role because I did see me in her and want to be like her and, of course, want her to get the guy. It's hard not to compare these two movies since they have similar storylines, like I said. And also we have Jackie and Kelso. And Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman were recently in a movie together also, so how could you not? I'm just happy that Friends with Benefits was better. I thought the actual story was better too. In No Strings Attached, they met in college, I think, and then lost touch, and then ran into each other again and exchanged phone numbers, and then lost touch again, and then they run into each other again, and that's where their story begins. And they just start sleeping together because he's all heartbroken that his slutbag of a girlfriend started dating his father. Gross. And she's a doctor and has no time for dating. And of course feelings happen and he wants a relationship but she doesn't want to commit, and we have the whole apart time and then they end up together. In Friends with Benefits, the story felt more real to me because they meet under job related circumstances and then they start hanging out as friends, then they sleep together, one night and then decide to not do it again because they don't want to ruin their friendship. But of course, they do it again. And again. And again. Then Jamie realizes she actually wants a boyfriend, so they stop sleeping together and she starts dating. And now I'm going to say what happens in more detail, so if you don't want to hear this, just skip to the end. And that guy turns out to be a douche, so she goes to LA with Dylan for the 4th of July weekend, and they end up sleeping together again, but this time it's with some emotional feelings, and Dylan's sister is talking to him about his feelings for Jamie, but he says something really mean that she hears, and she leaves back for New York, and they stop hanging out altogether, and he has to win her back. And he does so brilliantly, I must say. I just love this movie so much. Seriously, I can't wait for it to come out on DVD so I can own it. Go see it if you haven't already. I kind of want to go see it again. Even if romantic comedies aren't your thing, this movie is just genuinely funny and stars 2 hot people who, for a lot of the movie, don't have on a whole lot of clothes. Well, that's it for this episode of AnjuliTV. I'm Anjuli Velazquez, and I'll see you next time.